Oh, oh.
Hey guys, welcome back to Games Paradise. This is the first episode in Prison Architect, so this is going to be called Daggerath, HMP Daggerath I might add. So you might notice my bank balance is rather higher than what it normally is when you first start, and that's because I've sold one of my previous prisons. So first thing we need to do is we need to close down our intake, so we don't have to worry about anyone coming in anytime soon. As you might see as well, we've got a nice big open space that we can use. Now what I'm going to do this time is I've tried it many different ways. I've tried doing cell blocks. I have let's have a look at this first before I go on. Ideas for the future. Okay, that's nothing, so we'll come out of that. So like I said, I've tried so many different ways. I've tried it doing with cell blocks, and I've done basically what everyone else has done, really, to little or no avail. So what I am going to do now, one of the good things about this is you've got a planning tool, so we are going to plan it out. So this episode is going to be a long one, so my apologies about that. But it is for a good cause. For now, anyway, I am literally going to mark out the halfway point, and you'll see why in a second. Because with it's being halfway, it's going to make things a lot easier to get everything sorted out. So the way I'm going to do it this way is I am just going to have a massive square in the middle. So there's going to be 2 lots of classrooms, 2 lots of infirmaries, all of that shebang. It's going to be all segregated out to make things a lot easier. So what I will say is that I know some people go straight on to being mid-sec and all of that lot, which is fine, don't get me wrong, it is perfectly fine to do so. But in my case, though, it doesn't really work. Well, what needs to be done doesn't really work. So, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 164. Right. Okay, so what was that? 164, wasn't it? So let's get that sorted. From halfway point, so that's 82. Now, if I've done this right, because I haven't done it straight from the edge, I've done it one in for the fencing, so 20, 40, 60, 80. So that is 80. Basically that here is going to be the midway point. So so we are going to have it 2 along, and then what we're going to do is we're going to move the rooms over. So we're going to move the deliveries over. So deliveries are, what is it, 8 across, 5 up. so we can get rid of that. So 8, 5 across, 5 up, 8 across, and then we're going to do some of the garbage. One more, that's it. We'll get rid of that one. And what we might do as well, actually, is when it comes to, we will need more delivery space, so we will encumber that as our deliveries as well, because when we get to it, we will be needing it. So, this episode is going to be a long one because I want to get everything sorted out and prepared. So, what we will do is, right, we'll go to planning again. We'll go to objects. So I have a door there, and then nope, not that. What we're going to do is have so this is going to be the basically the reception area. So there's going to be a desk, table, all that business, and then there's going to be the doors, and then we are that's the point I need to mark off the halfway point down this way as well, don't I? Okay, looks like I did mark it off the end. Damn. Okay, that might miss. No, it won't. It just means it's going to be. Well, like I said, this is planning, so I just have to remember to move. So if I do that and do that, then hopefully I'll remember that they will need moving up once I've done it, because I totally forgot about that. So we will do it across here as well. So this is brilliant for planning, so you can actually get everything sorted out. What I like to try and do as well with this is not to allow the generators to have the capacity too full. So that way there's less. So if you've got the events turned on like I have, like I say, I'll when next. So what I've turned on is no fog, so I don't need to worry about security cameras that much. Well, I won't need to worry about it at all. I've turned on events, and I have turned on one other bit as well. So what that means is, sorry, I'm getting notifications on my phone. So what that means is, so with the events, you'll get it all coming up saying, that there's fire. Let's make sure that's 20. So sorry, I lost my thought. So if the power supply becomes overfilled or close to capacity, there's more likelihood of it burning up and causing fire, and which can cause a devastation to your prison, which we do not want. So like I say, we will be starting off with Minsec, but we will be moving on to the high, to medium and maxsec, supermax probably, and we will definitely be having death row, which is interesting in itself. That's 13. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 193. So 193 divided by 2. So it's supposed to be 96 and a half, so we'll do it at 96. 20, 40, 60, 80. That's 90. So that's the halfway point there. Which is fine, which is what we want. Right. That will come. They will come obvious in a second, because that's what's going to be happening further on. So anyway, so we've got the reception area. We are then going to drag them down another corridor, and then we are going to have solitary door there, solitary door there, another long corridor. So we've got this entire space to use. So for now, 1, 2. So hopefully, objects. Let's just double check, see if right needs to come in one. That's what I thought. So let's double check that one so I can carry on. Spot on, spot on. So what we're going to do is, did I do this last time? So I think it was something like this. We had a nice big solitary room. Okay, so I've just got to try and remember how I did it last time, because I actually had it so that in the middle you had a nice big yard area. So if we do it to there, do it to there. No, it wasn't that long, was it? It's good at that. That should be enough. That should be big enough for the classroom. Get rid of the door there. And then we will go. Again, that's too long. And do I want it this big? Or yeah, no, that's fine. And then what we'll do is a nice big area for the which room was it now? That's one of the ones you've got to, yep, for the laundry rooms, because that's when you need prison labour. Sorry about that if you heard that. So, and like I said, I think I've done it too long now, which is annoying. But like I said, this is all planning stage anyway for this one. Once I've got the basics sorted out, because I think, if I remember rightly, I think I have done it too long, because it's supposed to be a bit at the half, which is why I marked off the halfway point, which is this one here. So what I'll do is single line. So what I'll do is move that over, take that off, and then so that is our laundry room, and then I will do one there, go to those two. That one, go to that one. No, wrong button. Oh, God's sake. Apologies about that. I'm trying to sort things out here and it's not working at all. I thought I got rid of that. Right, so what I do is we do it like that, and then we'll have another corner room, which is going to be our common room, and then we will drag it down. And then obviously we will be having our yard area. So our yard area is going to be that sort of size. So, like I say, this is all to plan. So, well, it's not to plan, but sorry, guys, 1 second. Right, sorry about that. So, what we will do is now we will get on with building. So, what I'll do first of all, though, is I will plan these walls. So that's going to be for deliveries. That's going to be for the garbage. So we can increase those rooms at least, because these rooms will be needing it. Right. And I think I've already said I started one of my previous prisons, so that's why I've got that much in the bank. So what we'll do is we are going to have a perimeter wall around the outside here. And then we are going to have concrete walls here and here, 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 and here. Well, we'll speed them up. And then we'll put in, so rotate your press the R button to rotate. I know it's different for different things, So that can go there, that can go there, and that one go there. Now if need be I can probably get away with hiring some more workmen. Have 12 workmen for now. That looks so wrong. That really does. But you know what? I'm going to keep it. So what we'll do, so we'll go back to planning, walls. We will get rid of everything that was there so we don't get confused. Foundations, it doesn't matter which one you go for. I'm going to go for concrete. That's done, that's good. So we can, yeah, it always comes up with this letter, just delete that. We'll accept our first grant for letters. Okay, so I need to go to reports. Right, there we go. Everything's increased now. There we go. So go to grants. So you get your basic detention centre, your administrator, admin centre, health and wellbeing, and staff wellbeing. So we'll do the basic one first because that's going to be easy as anything. And we'll do the administration. We need to get these two done first. So what we'll do is also go to quick build. I've also got some mods added as well. I should have mentioned that. So this is what happens. So you can get like decent cell qualities for different prisoners if it matters. To me, for what I do, it doesn't matter. So what we will do first of all, I will place it out here. Speed them up. Because we also need security barriers, well, metal detector should I say. So that's going to be put in. So we're go back into utilities. We will throw in an extra row. So this one here is only going to be used. It's only going to be used for here, staff, the offices, and basically everything up to the main pathway. Really, I can see we now got a lot more power we can use. So what we'll do is go back to utilities. You have to connect it up to the main line already. You'll scroll back down and we will do that. So you might be wondering why have I got two, why I'm going to having two blocks for two different people, well, groups of people, and it won't matter. To me, well, no, it doesn't matter, but for me and how I do things, I like to keep things completely separate, so that way it's all more organised and more religious. Is it religious? No, not religious. I don't know what I'm blabbing about, but it makes things a lot easier for me to when it comes to segregating them, because then I can have one group going one way, another going another way. So what I will be doing is when I'll be building a door here, locking that off. Brick wall, brick wall. Materials. It's materials. Yes, it is materials. Where is it? We'll have stone here. We'll go into rooms and we will get a reception. So, and that's our reception. So it's now coming up with a triangle saying that we still need office desk, table and chair, which is easy to do. So what we're going to do is this. Go down to objects. We're going to get office desk. There's the chair, table, and you know what? We are also going to get a couple of benches. Thing is, you don't. I know it does say it needs a holding cell. So if you really were going to do a holding cell, then we can do, and can just make a small one. So you go back down to rooms. It even tells you how big it needs to be for minimum requirements. It's 5 by 5, so it technically it is 7 by 7. Because you have to lose, I think, it's like 1 or 2 blocks for it. So materials, concrete wall. So we'll do concrete wall there. We'll do concrete wall there. All planning tool is your friend. Let me make that extremely clear. So 7 by 7. Again, so there aren't any 7 by 7. So that's going to be 5 by 5. Concrete wall. Concrete wall. Concrete wall. So that should be now 5 by 5. We will put in a gel door, gel door. There we go, 5 by 5, 5 by 5. One thing I can't stress enough is you have to also foundation where the door is as well for it to work. So now we have rooms, holding cells, holding cell, holding cell. So now we need objects, we need a bench. I know people put in a toilet, well, bed as well, but it's not going to be needed for our one. Again, we will rotate it. And then utilities. Another thing I will add as well is if you play this game, then you know when I've done the other ones, you can completely skip this one because you won't need to know about it. If you haven't played it, I can't stress enough is you must never use the long pipes in prison cells. Never, don't do it. And the reason for that is because it makes it so much easier for them to tunnel out, because they'll use that as a way of getting out. So we'll use the smaller ones. Go like 3. And then that's part 1 done. That's the holding cell done. wait for these guys to do that, and then we will concentrate on the next bit, which is going to be the solitary room, solitary confinement, which is going to happen. Before I forget, milk detectors. Now, you can have them on one door or the other, or you can have both. I tend to have it. I do actually tend to have it both, because you never know. But I think for this time it is going to be on this one, because then that way it is a case of, you know what, they can then come straight through. We can get them into solitary confinement. Now, something else I've just remembered is you can have it, you know, like that. So there's literally like a toilet and that's it. I like to think of it as, so what is it? You need a bed and a toilet. I know you don't have to do this. That's like a 4x3. So that's what we're doing. No, it's not 4x3 because it's that. So what the hell is that? 4x4, sorry. So that way, what I found before is that the solitary doors doesn't always close. Oh, yeah. So you can see it's still kind of the room requirements about the canteen. And we will get the canteen done, because the canteen is going to be coming off here. So there's a lot closer to our to the yard area, because that's where it's going to be, because the yard's going to be right in the middle. So we'll carry on doing this first. Okay, so that's going to be a bigger one. Not really what I wanted. That's not really what I wanted either. Oh no, that's fine. Just have one just at the end then. Saying that, let's see what can I do if it's up to the edge. This is why I like the planning tool, because you can literally go over again however much you like. One, two, three, four, five. Hopefully you won't need this many holding cells. But you never know. There we go. So I can do it like that. Might do actually. No. I said no. Come on. Play fair. Scrap that one. So we've got room in the middle. So yeah, I might do it like that. Right. So let's get back to materials. objects, large scale door. Go there. I'll tell you what, I might be able to. No, staff, workmen. Let's get some more workmen involved. Let's get 20 involved. Because even at the fastest speed, it still takes a while to get everything done. So, now I'm sure you're probably wondering, well, what are you going to do about cells? Because you've only got a certain amount of space each side. Yeah, that is true, but it will all kind of become obvious because this is where the quick build comes in. So if I want them to have the top graded cell, we can rotate it and we can match it up to that one, and then we can see that their claim is going to be 6 by 6. Which literally has nearly everything except for the mat and weight belts, which we won't worry about because that can come and go in the yard and the prayer room. So what we'll do is I'm only going to be doing the first 20 cells of this. Now the reason being is for later on where you can, so when it comes to doing the health and well-being, and we can mess around with perfect. Which one is it? No, it's not that one. It is in here somewhere. Oh yeah, that's cell block A when you just get 15 cellmates. Prison maintenance. There you go, nutrition research. So you need to unlock health, unlock psychology, and have 20 prisoners. And so you need to serve a single low quality, low variety meal for 2 days, and serve 3 high variety, high quantity meals for 2 days. So that's where it's better to get it done sooner rather than later. So you won't have to worry about a revolt and them fighting and everything. Secondly, it's easier to do it on the low risk prisoners than the high risk, because low risk prisoners will just eat it no matter what. The high risk prisoners tend to be more fussy about it. So how many we've got at the moment? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Right, that's fine. So that's the first 20 in place. So what we'll do, we'll lock shut that one, and we'll go back, concrete walls, all the way down. And then, the beeps you can hear are to do with your regime, which we need to warn them to do, which we'll do in a second. Actually, in fact, do quick builds. Scroll down to office. And one, two, three, four. I'm going to build 4 now because I want the psychologists have their own office closer to the common rooms. Right, okay, now we can get our warden in. That's the warden done. So we'll get, in the bureaucracy, you've got your security, your finance, your micromanagement, maintenance. So each one of these has a different thing to do as well. So for example, if we went into security, you can then do deployment, you can then do intelligence, patrols, remote access. You've got your dog patrols and you've got your surveillance. You've got your policy, which means that you can change all the quality and quantity of the food and punishments. And then your psychology is what you need, so you can see where they're going wrong, what you're doing right, how you can change to make things happy for everybody, which is difficult. Health is going to be needed for the drugs and when everybody's injured. Education, if they want it, it's there. And then you've got your legal, which basically allows you to do your informants, so your rats basically, so you can keep them separate. Smaller cells, so instead of having like the big 6x6, you can cram them in, so the more you get in, the easier it is. So probably for max and super max, they're going to be a lot smaller, so but that could change because I might have it so they have like a little bit of a yard outside with a wide enough for a bench and probably weight lifts. And then you've got your legal prep for your death row inmates, which is needed, and legal defence as well for the same thing. There's execution liability for death row, so you can actually execute them, so you can actually get money back. You got your maintenance, which is for your prison labour, your cleaning, and your groundskeeping. Your finance, so that's like, so you can add land to it, you get an extra grant. In bank loan, if you need to do it, tax relief and offshore tax haven. So these two basically cuts down how much you have to spend for on tax. And micromanagement is let you basically change your whole prison layout, how you want everything to go. So if you want to have them more work hours, less work hours, free time, or that's where you go to do that. So we're still waiting on that. So ways researching that. We're going to go into quick build and we're going to go into cell top 10. And we are going to start building our cells for the prisons. Okay, so now we can hire our accountant. See what I mean? You now see what I mean. So now we need to increase our what I'm looking for. Not reception. It's not exports. Deliveries. We need to increase our deliveries a lot more now. Oh no, that's delivery driver. When you first start your business, this will happen. So the more space you've got for your deliveries, the better and easier it will be. So we'll go back to materials. We will. Can I do concrete tiles? Yes, I can. So every now and then you will see a notebook page. Some of them might be what you've already got before. Others might be completely new. So at the moment I've still got, what's that, 56, 66, 22 pages in the game Bible left to find, and what's that, it was 70, I think about 160, 168, sorry, I was trying to figure out in my head. 168 Polaroids to try and find as well. Most of that would be in the actual campaign bit, which I've unlocked. I'm on to the second to last one, so which we won't bother with at the moment because that's going to confuse you. So we'll go back to speeding it up, and we will do the materials, concrete walls. So like I say, I always get the concrete walls sorted out, so when they do turn up, they will know that there is no way to escape. Now another thing is what we could do is go back to quick build, common room, and we can use their own size common room, which might, you see, their size common is a lot smaller than what I was hoping, but and considering what I'm thinking of doing might be beneficial. thing is, so I could even planning. So 8. Cut it off there. And join that up. And then that's the common room. They can then come down. No. Always make sure it's 2. 1. Come down here. Actually, no, we won't do that. We will bring it over a bit. So it's a nice big canteen, because it's going to have to be a big one. We're going to need to move room to move and grow. And then that can be the cooking area for staff only, cafeteria, and then like I say, I might have to shorten this one down, I think. So what I'll do is quick build another utility room. Reason why I've done in here, because once all this is done, the only way they can should have done it closer. Yeah, I can move it closer, that's fine. Quick build. See, I can do it like that, make it staff only. Then that way, all they'll be able to do is, well, they won't be able to gain access unless they're member staff, but even then, it's not very likely. It's not able to get anywhere. I'm sure I had this more centered in my last one, but this is a large map, so I can easily. Right. Let's employ other. So it's in current, it's always female. Nope, you don't like that one? You want that one? Fine. So that's one of our grants done. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll be able to hire 2 guards. Bish, bosh. That's that done. You know what? One thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to get security out of the way, and then I'm going to get on with deployment, intelligence patrols, get them done before we get, well, for the next episode or 2, before we allow our prisoners in, and that's where the real fun can begin. I'll tell you what as well, I will get legal started. So what we'll do is we will just have all the eats as lock time, so that way they're not wasting, well, they're not going to be wasting food. When we do other shifts, then they won't be wasting food. Again, utilities, electric cable. So what I'll do is I'll make sure all these ones are will have electricity and water, and I will end it there for today's episode. Once these have all been connected. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen for the simple fact there isn't enough capacitors for it. But that's alright. We can sort that out right now. So there we go. At the moment we're not using that much, and we won't be using hardly any when it all gets kicked on. So what I'll be doing as well, big pipes, do the same thing as I've done with electricity. And then any small pipes that I can't connect, to get connected. So what I might do as well, in the yard area, I might do a shower block of sorts. Just gotta wait for all these guys to stop flashing that they need water, electricity. See what I mean? So we can still power everything in here and anything in here now with that one generator if we desired to. Just waiting on the last few bits of pipe to be in place. Oh, I didn't even connect up to the water pump. That's when our water's coming round. Run round, get around, running around. Come on, hurry up. I want to get this episode done with. Now how... Oh, good God, you're taking a long way around, are you? There you go, see, all the delivery stuff's gone, so next on the deliveries, they're going to be filled right back up again. Is that done? Yep, there we go, that's all in place. Ready for our prisoners. So, like I say, I am going to. I think I've done this one long enough. I will end it here, and then not next week, but the week after, because next week is going to be Dead Space. But the week after, I will carry on with this. I'll get this basic one done, and I'll move on to the next one. Well, actually, what I might do it in advance, and so you can see what it looks like, so I can actually start getting people in. And I could double check, see where I've gone wrong, because I know I have. Because I think no, I don't think I have actually. Anyway, that's me babbling on. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you put all your glasses, everything else been put away, everything's neat and tidy. I know you've been lounging on your sun lounges where you've been listening, drinking your sangrias, so I hope you're enjoying those. And I will see you next time, same place tomorrow. And tomorrow it's going to be the hacking game Hacknet. So I hope you enjoy me for then. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.